Your palms sweat before a job interview that cannot physically hurt you. Your heart races when your phone buzzes with an unread email from your boss. You lie awake at 2 a.m. replaying a conversation that has no danger in it at all. None of this makes sense, but the real answer for why is far stranger than you think. Your body is not reacting to your life. It's reacting to a version of the world that stopped existing tens of thousands of years ago, and it never got the memo. Start with the basics. Deep inside your brain sits a small almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. It's your alarm system. It doesn't read context. It doesn't check dates. Its only job is to ask one question, over and over, every second of your life. Is this dangerous? And for most of human history, that question kept you alive. Think about what your ancestors actually faced. A rustle in tall grass could be wind, or it could be a predator. A stranger approaching your camp could be harmless, or he could be a threat to your entire group. There was no time to weigh probabilities. There was only time to react. So evolution built you a shortcut. Skip the careful analysis. Assume danger first. Ask questions later if you're still alive to ask them. This shortcut worked. It worked so well that it's the reason you exist at all. Every single one of your ancestors, going back tens of thousands of generations, survived long enough to reproduce because their alarm system fired fast and often. The ones whose alarms were too slow, too calm, too relaxed, simply didn't pass on their genes. You are the descendant of the anxious ones, the jumpy ones, the ones who assumed the worst and lived to regret being wrong, rather than the ones who assumed the best and didn't live at all. But here's the problem. The world changed far faster than your biology could keep up. In 1994, neuroscientist Joseph LeDoux at New York University mapped out exactly how fast this fear response moves through your brain. He found that a threat signal can reach your amygdala and trigger a full-body reaction before the rational, thinking part of your brain even finishes processing what it just saw. Your body is already flooding with stress hormones before you consciously understand why. You feel fear first, you explain it second. That split-second gap used to save your life. Today, it just makes you spill your coffee when your phone buzzes unexpectedly. Because your amygdala cannot tell the difference between a predator in the grass and a notification on a screen. Both are unexpected. Both are sudden. Both get treated as potential threats first and sorted out as harmless later, if they get sorted out at all. Here's where it gets stranger. Your body doesn't just react to real threats. It reacts to symbolic ones. Psychologist Robert Sapolsky at Stanford spent decades studying stress in baboons in the wild and found something that should unsettle you. Wild animals mostly experience stress in short, intense bursts, tied directly to survival, a chase, a fight, a close call, and then it's over. Their bodies reset. Humans are different. You can trigger the exact same stress response just by imagining a bad outcome, a presentation next week, a conversation you're dreading, a bill you haven't opened yet. None of these are chasing you. All of them make your body believe something is. Your ancestors' alarm system was built for threats you could see, hear, or smell. Yours fires just as hard for threats you can only think about. So what happens in your body when that alarm goes off, whether the threat is real or imagined? Your adrenal glands release cortisol and adrenaline. Your heart rate climbs. Blood gets rerouted away from digestion and toward your muscles, preparing you to run or fight something that, in a job interview or an unread email, simply isn't there. Your senses sharpen. Your thinking narrows. This is not a metaphor. This is the exact same physiological cascade a human being would have experienced 10,000 years ago while staring down a predator, happening right now, in your chest, because of a text message. Endocrinologist Hans Selye first described this pattern back in the 1930s, calling it the general adaptation syndrome. He showed that the body doesn't just react differently to different stressors, it reacts the same way to almost all of them. Whether the danger is a wild animal or a deadline, your body runs the same ancient program. That's the twist almost nobody expects. Your body isn't malfunctioning when it panics over something harmless. It's functioning exactly as designed. The design is just tens of thousands of years out of date. Consider what your daily environment actually contains: a predator-free home, a steady food supply, locked doors, emergency services a phone call away. By almost every measure that matters to your amygdala, you are safer right now than nearly any human who has ever lived.